Welcome everybody. This is day 3 of our Cut the Crap challenge. Today was all about support, and not only support from the external, support from the internal as well. Would you talk to your best friend the way that you talk to yourself? I'm guessing not. So today we are going to start shifting those little, you've already shifted so much throughout these 3 days, right? But today we are actually going to focus on shifting any sort of limiting belief that you might have, or any thoughts that are rummaging, like running through your brain. And it could be as well that maybe you have a specific food that you love and you wish you didn't. I do have some questions to answer, and we are going to do a process to do that live. I am going to start answering the questions first, and then we will do that to allow more people to join in. Donna says that she is participating. Of course, this is happening right now, my people. Okay, well, let's hope this works with the internet. Please let me know if I'm back. I'm going to start with the questions. And with the questions, we have Donna saying that, that the first visualization exercise put her to sleep. It is a really, really good thing, because one of the main reasons why we get a bit with our relationship with food is stress, right? And it is the effects that stress has on our bodies. Sometimes we just don't want to eat. We don't want to, okay. Sorry, can you imagine? My computer just said, I'm going to restart in 30 seconds. And I was like, I have the questions here. Do not restart. So it is very important if you want to do that visualization exercise over and over again, so that you actually can get back into that relaxation mindset. It is very, very good if you want to do that. Okay, so definitely it's great for you to go to sleep too. Visualization exercise, only done the 2, huge success, brilliant. Mind response, never thought that possible before, but like you said, changed my language, showed myself before I started. I expected and was excited to see how the exercise is. Yes! Go Donna! I'm celebrating you. Celebrating you, my darling. That is brilliant. We have Jackie, who said no questions today, but found the hypnosis yesterday good, and used the technique to telling myself beforehand that I'm to listen to Caroline and not get distracted. Seems to have helped a lot. That is amazing. Always make sure that you set an intention before you start anything, whether it is your day in your business, whether it is your day in your life, whether it is before you just get out of bed. Can you imagine if you just asked yourself, how does it get any better than this? Or how can today be more fun than yesterday? Remember, your unconscious mind loves questions and is going to start looking for answers for you. How can today be more fun than yesterday? And then my unconscious mind's going to go, okay, let's look for fun. She wants more fun. Let's look for fun, right? Or how can my day be easier? How can I make it easy for myself today? How can I make it easier for myself today than I did yesterday? So remember, your unconscious mind is going to go looking for answers. So use that. Next one, we have Katie, who says, today we are talking about support. I'm curious if you have any suggestions for getting a spouse to be more supportive. My husband has never had any issues with his weight, and he doesn't have the same relationship with food that I've developed through the years of dieting. So he doesn't really understand what I deal with both mentally and physically as I try to heal my food relationship. I definitely think he wants to be supportive, but he doesn't know how and doesn't really get the problem in the first place. Do you have any good suggestions for a way I can ask him to support me in this journey? So Katie, I had that same thing with my husband. However, in my case, it wasn't really about him not supporting weight loss. It was just the fact that I was trying to essentially change him. But as we know, we can only focus on ourselves and lead by example. Once I let that go, and I realized that I had other people to support me. I had a strong mindset that was going to keep me going. And I just said to my husband at the time, look, I know that you don't understand this, but this is important to me. So I will ask you to respect it. And this has really changed our relationship in general, right? Because if you take that, I know that you're talking about your food relationship, but in my case, yes, it was a little bit stronger than my food relationship. It was like when I started working on my personal development. And the more that we pull him and he pulls the other way, you're going to start, right? What you resist persists. So you're going to start going further and further apart. But if he pulls you and then you kind of go a little bit and then you pull him and he goes a little bit and then you pull him, goes a little bit, right? So this is a little bit of an example of what you can do to explain to him. You can say, look, I know you don't understand it right now, but this is really important to me. You know, I am healing my relationship with food, and maybe you don't have this issue, but it's very common for me, having come from a family like this and like that. And I don't want it to be about weight loss anymore. Or you can say that, you know, I don't want to diet anymore. I just want to live my life, right? And I'll be a better wife to you. I'll be a better mother to our kids. So this is a way that you can do that. Try that today. Katie, not sure if you're here because you're usually very vocal, but I can't see your name. So try that today and come in the group. Tell me tomorrow, because then I can talk tomorrow again on our live call. Okay. I hope this helps. Can people just let me know that you can hear me, because you guys are not talking today. So I'm like, please tell me that I am actually live here, or send me like a heart or a thumbs up or something of that sort. Yes, thank you, Jackie. Okay, great. So you guys can hear me. Awesome. Now, Katie says, when you say to think of a food we don't want to love anymore, do you mean a very specific thing? Can it be a category like candy, or should it be more specific like chocolate or sour gummies? I usually say, yeah, thanks everyone. Hey, Katie. So I usually say that the more specific, the better. But the technique I'm going to teach you today, the process I'm going to go through with you today, you can actually do it for anything that is really pressing in your mind. As we all know, and we have looked in the previous days of the challenge, your mind thinks in pictures. And even if you tell me, but I can't think in pictures, right? So if I'll show you this pen. This pen is what color? Great. What color was the pen? Right? You visualized that before you actually told me what color the pen was. So any which way, when I say something to you like, when you think of how much you love this, or when you think of how much you want this, do you have a picture? Then you can close your eyes and you can just let that picture, ask your unconscious mind to just bring that to you. We're going to do that later today. Just hang tight. Yes. There's no hypnosis today, Katie. Today is like a process that we are going to do live on the call. And just stick with me, because we're going to do it, and the kids can be around. It's all good. The next one is also from Katie, which is, I know that as we lose weight, our metabolism naturally slowed down. Who told you that? Are there ways to try to boost your metabolism to try to push past the sluggish effects of weight loss and return to a higher basic metabolic rate? Or are you just stuck with a slower metabolism forever once you lose weight? Crickets. So, this is a little bit of a misconception. It's one of those things that I said to you, like, whatever we think about, right? It's not about the food. The pizza doesn't make you fat. I hate that word, but I just want to get across to you, right? It's not about me. It's about me getting across to you. So the pizza doesn't make you fat. Your thoughts and judgments about what the pizza is going to do to your body that is going to stress you out, and then hence make you gain weight. That's my face. So, yes, there are ways that you can boost your metabolism naturally with the power of your mind. We do that around, in my program, we do that around module 5 with the help of a pendulum, which is amazing. It's all to do with hypnosis and how we can actually reprogram our minds to actually get through to that. But there's also foods that you can eat that will, like enhance that that thermogenic, that's what I mean to say. So that thermogenic effect in your body, there are foods that you can use, even pepper can do that if you have spice, because I know you love spice. So if you have spice in your food, don't you realize like when you have a hot food, you get like all red. Why? Because your metabolism is just going crazy at it, because it's, it's pumping blood everywhere and your metabolism goes higher. That's just an example of what can happen science-wise, right? Because you know that I'm very much of a science woman, even though I'm, a little bit half now with the mindset. But even with the mindset, I'm very much of the making sense kind of, in my mind, things need to make sense. And I always go to the science in order for things to make sense. I know it's me. It's not you, it's me, right? The same way, it's not you, it's diets. So, okay. So like I said yesterday, if you're if losing weight or releasing weight, use that word, release, because whatever you lose, you find. Right? So use the word release or get rid of. If releasing weight or getting rid of weight is important to you, I'm not going to come here and tell you that scrap that, because it's important to you. And maybe when we start the journey and you see what else is important to you, you will realize that either the weight is going to fall off automatically, or you are going to realize that was never the problem, right? But it's okay to want to do that, but do it with the inner knowledge first, so like the awareness first, and then with the knowledge second, which is the outer knowledge, right? So diets and what food is meant to be and what nutrition means to you and what should I eat, what shouldn't I eat, and all that kind of stuff. This is all like noise until we learn to actually listen to what our bodies want or what are our hunger cues and go back to. That's why, you have intuitive eating and stuff like that. Why is it intuitive? It's not because we're all psychics. That's got nothing to do with that. All intuition is you listening to yourself and you trusting yourself and you trusting that you know what's best for you. But how can you know what's best for you if all you get is like thousands of influencers, thousands of dietitians or nutritionists, and the world and your parents and everybody else, I'm even tired thinking about it, telling you what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating? Then you get conditioned by the external to listen to them instead of listening to yourself and seeing that you can be mindful and present in the moment. Because mindfulness, like I said, there's a difference between mindful and mindful eating and mindfulness, right? All mindfulness is you being present in the moment, right? And you releasing, because what stress does to our bodies and the fight, flight, and freeze response that we have in our bodies, that will, get your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, straight up. And that actually counteracts the weight loss result that you want. So you thinking of the pizza and all the judgments you have on the pizza and, whatever, insert your favorite food here, that is actually going to counteract the fact that you want to enjoy the pizza. And negative emotions are going to start coming up because you're going to start beating yourself up about it. And this is what I'm talking about with regards to support. The first person that needs to be supportive of you is not your husband, is not your kids, is yourself, right? And if you don't have that belief yet, just borrow my belief in you, because if you're here, I believe in energy, right? If you're here, it's because I attracted you here with my, energy, right? And I believe that I can create an impact in your life. So, because I believe that we attract who we are. And I also believe that whatever you see in me is in you already. You just have to find it. And I can help you find it, of course. But if I can, you could just have to let me know. And if it is through these 3-4 days together, then amazing. Like, I will be the happiest woman ever. And if it is through my new program, then, I'll be even happier. Obviously, who's not happy when you're spending 8 weeks with someone that you really like and you really want to change their lives? Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and say that, I'm here because it's so free and whatnot, because you know that I love creating that impact for people. And yes, if you choose to go ahead with the next, with the next stage of it, amazing. But if you don't, amazing. If I've already, I have people who have done this challenge before and they've created such an impact in their lives, and they still message me going, that has never come back and I'm so happy and blah, blah, blah. Which is great. Yes, every single post I saw in your Instagram was like you were already inside my head. Yay! Of course, because I attract who I am. So that's why a lot of my clients end up becoming friends, right? I can 100% attest that Caroline's support is unrivaled. Yes, thank you, Christy. Please don't make me emotional. Actually, I don't care. You want to make me emotional? Make me emotional. Cry. I can cry. I have no issues being vulnerable anymore. Masks are off, people. Masks are off. Okay, so do we have any more questions about the challenge, about anything else? I'm going to start the live process right now with you. So, do we all have a food we love and we wish we didn't? And if you could please stay till the end, because I am launching my new program today and I would love to tell you about it. It's called Diet No More. That is the working title, right? It's not an end-all title, but it's the working title. It's called Diet No More. And it's called Diet No More, break up with diets and heal and start a new relationship with food. Right? So break up with diets and start a new relationship with food. But stay till the end and I'll explain all of that. And there is a bonus as well for whoever signs up to it by tomorrow, right? By tomorrow at the end of our call here that goes on. Okay, so do we all have a food that we love and we wish we didn't? Or do we all have a craving that we have right now? I want you to pop it in the chat. I'm going to be waiting for you to pop in the chat your food. Katie, Christy, Jackie, whoever is online here. Lisa, if you're on. Yes, I'm just checking to see that I didn't miss any questions. So I want you to bring to mind that food cravings is lollies. Okay, Jackie says her cravings are lollies. And Christy is finally going to commit to releasing the hot chips. Go, Christy. Great. So lollies. What kind of lollies? Is it specific? Do you have that craving right now? Tina. Yes. Hi, Tina. Tina is licorice. Katie is brownies. Okay. So if you have a specific craving right now, right, it's even better. Right? Okay. So, in a moment, what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. And Alicia says chocolate. Hey, Alicia. Welcome. Jackie says jelly, lollies, snakes, etc. Brilliant. So I want you to close your eyes now, everybody. It's fine if the kids are around you. It's a very simple process. Remember that we think in pictures. Remember the pen, right? What color is the pen? I've already put it down. You're thinking in pictures. So as you visualize right now, so as you think about how much you love that food, how much you're craving, how much you want it right now, do you have a picture? And I'm guessing that if you do have a picture, the picture is big and bright and colorful and right in front of you. And it's like you're visualizing yourself eating that food and it's colorful and all of that. Yes? So I want you to step out of that picture as if you're holding a Polaroid with that picture. And I want you to make it darker. I want you to you're holding that Polaroid, remember, all of that picture, and you make it darker, make it dim, make it black and white. And what I want you to do is I want you to put that picture all the way across the room, all the way on the other side. All the way on the other side. And lock it right in there. Now come back in the room. Now, when I say to you right now, so hey guys, just humor me. What's your favorite flavor of popcorn? Tell me here in the chat, what's your favorite flavor of popcorn? It is a very quick process, so come back in the room and tell me what's your favorite flavor of popcorn. I'm waiting. Nobody? Can someone? Caramel! Yes! Okay, great. Now, colored popcorn, caramel, brilliant. Caramel! Oh, mine is cheese. Or sweet and salty. I love sweet and salty. I'm a big popcorn lover. Kettle corn. Yes. I love it. Okay, so now, when I ask you right now, how do you feel like having the other food that we were just talking about? So Katie, if I ask you, would you like a brownie right now? And how about if I say to you like, so Jackie, would you like a lolly right now? Would you like to eat a lolly right now? If you were craving that licorice, or if you were craving the brownies or the hot chips, how about we go out and get it right now? How do you feel about it? No? Why not? It is very simple. This process is very simple. And while you write it down, I'm going to explain what we just did. So every time, it's not in mind. Exactly. I'm okay without it. That's right. So here's how I need to explain this to you all, because as I don't feel like it. Brilliant. So this is part of neuro-linguistic programming. And all it does is our minds think in pictures. Usually when we really want something and we have a craving and we're just like, oh my gosh, I need to have a peanut butter cup right now. It's right in it. We are right in there. We are feeling it, right? The event in itself doesn't mean anything. We attach a meaning to an event. So as I said in the video, if you have a comfort food, when did you first have that food? Was it like, for instance, for me, popcorn is my comfort food. I first had it with my grandmother. We used to go to the movies when I was young, and I would have popcorn from the movies and all of that. So I'm actually craving the feeling. But if I kind of go like, okay, do I actually crave the popcorn right now? Do I want to let that go? Great. I'm imagining myself eating the popcorn and eating the popcorn. That's what happens when we're in a craving. We just want it. We want it. We want it now, Veruca Salt style. So we just step out of the picture, close our eyes, step out of the picture, hold it as a Polaroid and make it darker, because it makes you not want it as much. Because what is something that you want very much? It's like big and bright and you feel, I'm even, my mouth is watering, right? And then if I go and I get it all the way down the other end of the room, instead of being right in my face, all the way the other end of the room, I make it dark, I make it dim, black and white. You are changing the way that you view that food. You're changing the way that you view that belief sometimes. So if you have a specific thought that comes to you that is pretty annoying, you know, like, oh, I can't do this, or that kind of stuff. Oh, my husband is going to not understand what I'm saying, right? Do that same thing. Close your eyes and go like, do I have a picture of my husband doing that? Great. So you can either make it dim, make it dark, move it all the way to the other end and lock it in. It is very simple, but it is very effective, especially when you're actually in front of your fridge and you kind of go like, oh, but I'm not hungry. Okay, so you could do that. Is this my shops make the food we tend to crave in eyesight and bright? Yes, this is why. Yes, shops will make the food we tend to crave in eyesight and bright. That, you know, and you know, I've worked for, you know, the supermarket before, and people already know that purple is Cadbury's color, and you put it right there, right? And this is why you have McDonald's, for instance, that's red and yellow, right? And everybody remembers the golden arches because it just shows you straight away, right? Oh, I just saw someone sending me an angry face. I hope I didn't annoy you, but yes. Can you please let me know how you're feeling right now? Because I've got no messages coming through, and I want to make sure that you guys are back in the room and you guys got this. If you have any questions about this, pop them down. This is why shops. Yes, exactly. So while you're typing your answers and everything like that, I would love to introduce to you my new program. It is called Diet No More. Break up with diets and heal your relationship with food. And start a new relationship with food, or heal your relationship with food, so that you can eat what you want without the guilt, right? So I am anti-diet culture, I have said throughout this challenge, but I am not particularly like, I am a non-diet dietitian, right? Anti-diet culture. And I believe that every woman can achieve peace with their bodies, peace with their food, right? Just trying to get dinner together for the kids. Okay, great. So I'm just going to keep talking. So this new program is going to be, it's an evolution of my End Emotional Eating program. My End Emotional Eating program really focused a lot on the emotional eating side of things. This new program is going to have an element of that, yes, but it is more about teaching you and showing you and focusing on the transformation and not the information, right? So module 1, we're going to talk about the foundation. So 8 modules, we're going to have 4 modules, then a week break, and then another 4 modules. All the calls are on at this time, right? Exactly at this time on either Monday night for the US or Tuesday afternoon for our side of the world, right? So Tuesday midday for Sydney, and then 9 a.m. Perth, US, Monday nights, right? So all the calls are Monday nights. They are all going to be recorded. I am running this as a live round. It is a pilot round. I have not run this specific program called Diet No More yet. So there are 8 modules. The first module is about foundations, knowing where you're at. We're going to have hypnosis every week, by the way, and a coaching call every week, a live Q&A just like this as well every week. So 2 ways of supporting you. We are going to have a Facebook group where you're going to be able to go there at all times. Module number 1, it is going to be about the types of disordered eating, that restrict and binge cycle we talked so much about. It's not necessarily about eating disorders. It is about that disordered eating that diets can cause for you, because I want you all to be your biggest cheerleaders. But everybody else, there's about already 20 people in the program that came from, well, I'm still bringing people over, but I gave people that were in end emotional eating a choice whether they wanted to continue with this new program or not, because it is lifetime access, meaning every time I do an evolution of this, you are going to be invited into this new evolution, right? So you pay once and you stay with me for as long as I have a group program, and you have access to the materials for the rest of your computer's life or the rest of your cloud's life. You can have that, download all of that and keep that for life, right? Module number 2 is going to be about the mindfulness, meditation. Mindfulness is not mindful eating. It's about the unconscious mind. It's about hypnosis. Module number 3 about your values and beliefs. Thanks, Camilla. Did you see my happy birthday video for you the other? Okay. So module number 3 about values and beliefs and about judgment, that habit loop that we might have, right? So I feel shit. I feel like shit, so I'm going to go on a diet. So I lose weight, and then I feel good, and then I put on weight, and then I feel shit, and then I go on a diet, right? So all of this situation, what if there was no shit? Or what if you could actually feel good? Or if you do feel shit, I'm not going to tell you that you're never going to feel shit ever in your life again, but you're going to be able to shift it really quickly. Students learn how to hypnotize themselves. Yes, there is a way to do self-hypnosis, and I am going to teach that in the program. Yes, that is module 2 for sure. And then we have module 4, which is about negative emotions. We release those negative emotions in the calls. We do have processes as well that you're going to be able to listen to. You are going to need maybe about an hour and a half a week for all of that. But as you know, 4 modules, then you have a break, then another 4 modules. Then module 5 would be changing your story, changing your limiting beliefs. What do you actually feel about yourself? How do you actually see yourself? What do you tell yourself most of the time? And we know after this challenge that whatever we tell ourselves most of the time ends up becoming who we are. Module number 6 about communicating with our bodies, which is, back to Katie's question, it is going to be about your metabolism and all of that. Communicating, learning how to read, to notice your body's cues. It's all about trusting the biofeedback that you get. Yes, I'm going science again, doesn't matter. Module 7 is about nutrition and exercise, because like I said, there's the outer knowledge. But if knowledge was power, we would all be rich and skinny, right? Again, I am health at every size, please. I just want to get this across to you. I am not saying that everybody needs to be skinny. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you need to be whoever you want to be, okay? So I just need to get this across, and that's the quickest and fastest way that I can create an impact on you right now. So if knowledge was power, we would all be rich. And we would all be skinny, right? So we need to focus on the awareness and the inner knowledge and being present in our bodies first, which is what we do from modules 1 to 5, and then module 1 to 6, essentially. Yes, definitely. So if you can't make the calls, I am available to answer via DM or group. We have a group on Facebook. I am always open to my DMs. Christy is here. Christy has been on my programs for a while. I think that who else is here that has been in my programs? I am very open. I have not many boundaries. Oh gosh. But which is not a good thing, but just send me a DM. Just send me a DM and I will answer anything for you. If you feel like you're oh, I'm not sure if I want to ask in the group. Look, everybody's there to support you. When I first came into this non-diet platform and I started talking about my eating disorders, the first thing that I received was bullying. Okay? Because all we do is we try to fit in. And it's hard for us to fit in with the ones who don't fit in initially. So I created this club, this group. I'm calling it a club because it is like, it's I don't have, like, it's Diet No More is the name of the program right now, but it's more like a diet reform club where you can come in and you can just be you. Because that's the biggest gift you can give the world, is you, be you, confident in your body, and making sure that your kids are seeing the amazing mother that you are, the amazing human being that your clients want you to be. And of course, module number 8 is about goals, right? So we are going to set you up for success with those goals. So between End Emotional Eating and Diet No More, we have about a 35% overlap of content, but I want the biggest thing that I want you to be is compassionate for yourself. It's a compassionate curiosity for yourself to where you're at and where you're going. There is a pre-delivery module as well, which is about setting the frame and all of that. And I put a link here. So if you want to find out more about it, send me a message. We can talk. The Facebook groups are always a really great place for support too. Good to ask questions, share thoughts, and we are all going through the same thing. Brilliant. Thanks, Christy. Yeah, so I answer that. If you can't make the calls, then I will answer things to you in any which way, however way that you prefer. It is all good. If you send me a DM, however, I usually go in the group live and I answer that live in the group. I don't say it was you that sent me a DM, but I do go live in the group because this could be a question someone else is having as well. So that, if that makes sense. We do have a pre-module, so it's essentially nine videos that you're going to get, 9 weeks of support plus, because it's lifetime access. Right now, because this is a pilot round, literally I am slashing the price for $200 and it's actually $797 Australian. That is about 600 US, right? So that is the early bird price. It goes until Tuesday. And for whoever signs up until tomorrow, that is a super early bird bonus, is you get an extra 45-minute one-on-one session with me if you sign up by tomorrow. So you have the world in your hands right now. My support is going to be lifetime. You know, my 3 pillars for health: nutrition, mindset, and support. And I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't offer you this place for you to just be you, for you to actually learn how to communicate with your body, for you to be confident in you, confident that if you do want weight loss, F anybody else that tells you that you can't have it. Remember, it's not an all or nothing. If you go like, you know, no weight loss, intuitive eating, all of that, that to me is an all or nothing mentality, because it's all about the internal, as opposed to, I believe in a balance. You got to know about nutrition and what works for your body, but from an empowered place. From an empowered place. Not from a place of shaming or fear or fearing foods. I will, like, my program is going to have a big emphasis on fear foods and like how do we release those fears that we have around food, right? So this is really, really key here. And we scratch the surface on this challenge. You know, if you like the challenge, if you feel like this challenge has already changed you, I am so open. Can you please send me a DM? Can you please send me, like, just to tell me how you've been? I want to really know how you've been in this challenge. And if you want to have a chat about whether this program is for you, it is for you if you actually are sick of, this compulsion towards going on a diet every time that you feel like shit about yourself. If you're ready to fully have control over how you think about yourself and fully own that you are the boss of you, right? Supergirl. You are the boss of you. That's why day 3, I always wear the shirt, because you are the boss of you. I'm not the boss of you. I'm not the boss of you. I'm here to guide you. And I actually welcome you to challenge me or to ask me questions, to go, but hold on. I have that person who tells me keto is really good for you. I go, oh yes, it was created for epileptic children, right? The keto is actually a diet for epilepsy before all the anticonvulsives had, started. So of course it's a good diet when you have any sort of like rheumatoid arthritis and all of that kind of stuff. So take what you want, leave what you don't. So this is also for you if you're ready to take back your power and make peace with food, make peace with your body. But it's not for you if what you're interested in is another diet culture thing. If you're interested in, like a 30-day boot camp, or if you're interested in meal plans. I don't do meal plans. There is meal prepping. I can help you with that. I can empower you with meal prepping, but it's not a meal plan program. I'm not going to give you a meal plan. If you want something that is about weight loss, this is probably not the thing for you, because I focus mostly on how you view yourself. And yes, if you want weight loss, you can have it. But if you're joining this program because you are hoping this program is going to bring you, I'm going to hypnotize you to lose weight, right? Then maybe we should chat privately, because this program could help you release weight. But once you start looking at your inner wisdom, if you want another diet, then this is also not for you. But if you want to finally take on that, the amazing human being that you are, listening to your body, saying no more diets, no more diet culture shit, I'm here for you. If you have any questions, or if you're not sure if this is the right thing for you, send me a DM. Let's have a chat and see how you go. I'm very, very open. Yes, very, very open to having a chat about it all. Thank you so much, guys. I don't see any more questions here. I keep looking to see if any questions come up, but last thing I have is from Christy. So awesome. If you would like to have a chat, send me a message. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, so I can answer your final questions on the challenge or anything about the program or anything. Like if you're gonna say, Caroline, what color hair dye do you use? That's fine. Send me and I'll answer them tomorrow. All right? Thanks, everybody. Always remember that health is not a size, it's a feeling. Let's get you feeling good. Bye.